There are many different rocks and minerals around you at almost any point in your day-to-day life. But so often, people use the term rock and mineral interchangeably. It is a common misconception that they are the same thing. However, I'm going to be talking about some of the differences between the two and what they are. Rocks can be defined as a solid, cohesive aggregate of one or more types of earth materials. This means rocks can include sediments of other rocks, minerals, fossils, and other sediment. There are 3 different types of rocks: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks. Igneous rocks are formed by solidification and crystallization of magma. Metamorphic rocks are formed due to intense pressure and high temperatures without melting of the rocks. And sedimentary rocks are formed from the compaction and liquefaction of sediments under intense pressure. This here on the screen is granite. It is an example of an igneous rock that is a combination of different minerals to form a rock. It is a combination of quartz and feldspars, and it usually contains some ferromagnesian minerals or other silicates. Now let's talk a little bit about what a mineral is. A mineral, however, is defined as a naturally occurring inorganic solid element or compound with a definite composition or range in composition, usually having a regular internal crystal structure. What is meant by a regular internal crystal structure is how each mineral has a crystalline structure, which is an elemental and geometrically repeating structure that commonly forms crystals. Along with the typical structure that minerals hold because they are crystalline, minerals are normally characterized by different physical properties. Some of these properties include their color, the luster, which is the appearance of the mineral and how light reflects off of it, their hardness, and their cleavage, which is how minerals tend to break. Here on this slide shows a picture of mica, which is a sheet silicate mineral that cleaves into thin sheets. Now I mentioned that mica is a sheet silicate, and you might not know what this means, but minerals are classified into 2 different categories: silicates and non-silicates. Silicates are groups made of silicon and oxygen. They are the most common minerals, and they have a certain tetrahedral arrangement. There are 4 arrangements of these tetrahedral structures: single chains, which can be seen in D in the image, double chains, which are seen as E, sheet, which is F, which is what mica is, and framework, which isn't pictured, but it's where silicon atoms are bonded with 4 oxygen atoms, making it a 3D structure. Non-silicates don't have silicon as their main element and lack a tetrahedral structure. This was just a little bit about the differences between rocks and minerals and what they are, how they are classified, and some of their defining characteristics.